Are you there?
What's that?
I asked what value do you think applies?
Well, the thing I don't know if this goes with or against full belief in the Federation.
Um,
Because
so you want to go talk to the king,
I think this
and
is the method just keep him from poking around because he's gonna keep wandering around the shuttle and find us anyway, and we need to keep him out of it or away from it.
so let's think about this for a second. Full belief in the Federation would suggest that you believe the Federation knows best.
Hmm.
However, there's conflicting orders, both stun the Valderi, don't stun the king, maintain the Prime Directive, maintain the shuttle security. So,
Exactly.
does that shake your belief in the Federation?
Maybe like the command structure.
The command structure? Okay.
I guess that
Um,
does entail part of the full belief of the Federation.
okay, cool. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to say you're going to challenge that value if you want to use
Uh.
it. And you can rewrite it at the end of the mission. And that will earn you an extra determination point.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, Roy's just gonna step out with the updated translation on her pad and just go, hello, please don't come closer.
And the translation, uh, the pad translates for you. It's in an asynchronous mode rather than the normal synchronous, which allows allows you to speak, and then you hear the Valderi translation come up, and it sounds like Morvek Thes, Valderi, and Coltherin. And then the king replies, and the initial translation is I, this path, destiny.
We're just gonna think for a minute here, maybe a little bit out loud. They just said that they think the king was having prophetic dreams, and like there's certainly sufficient evidence to assume that that's like an actual thing across many different cultures. So, what do I say here? Uh, That yeah, that's great and all. Just please don't come closer again.
And I'm going to ask for a difficulty 1 check,
Mhm.
just to see what the effect of this has on the king. This will be a presence and a um, choice of command or security.
Let's go with command. It's a little bit higher.
Okay.
Can I use that determination for an auto success, please?
You can. Um, that would give you 2 successes on the difficulty 1. I'm going
Oh
to.
yeah, difficulty one. You're right. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. It's my total's a 10, so it's like a 50-50.
Y- you could spend momentum.
That's true, but that also has a chance of going bad if you roll 20 on it. Let's
True.
do momentum. Let's do momentum.
Okay. 3
Oh, nice.
successes. Nice. 9, 6, and 9.
Can I put my back then?
Yeah, you can put that success back in the pool, and I'm going to. Let me think. You have 1 extra success after you've banked the 1, so you can ask an additional question, which I will. I'll say you can say something else to the king, and you're confident that the translation will go through properly.
Okay, I will take advantage of that. Um, I will say, Oh Christ, what do I say actually? Because this could be really bad if I just. Uh, we are the children of the sky, but the time to meet us is not yet now.
Very good. Very good.
Mhm.
The king is very curious, but does back off a little bit and replies, Thermos kol shes valderi neth ara. And this translates to, will you harmony, untranslatable. And then with your extra successes from before on improving the translation matrix, it comes up in a moment later, says, will you share wisdom with one who seeks harmony?
Within limitations, yes.
And then the king is going to say, Neth vos morkellen shantheren. And this translates, not fear, error, star, destiny.
Not fear error. Is that an error in the translation matrix?
Yes.
Can I attempt to correct that?
Yes, this will be a difficulty 2. Insight and science.
Insight and science. Okay, I'm gonna spend a determined. Let's spend a determination. I want to make this work. Phone task, determination, difficulty 2. Nice.
Well, good thing you did, because that just barely translates. And it translates to, do not fear me, I seek the star destiny of my people.
Rose is going to slowly approach the king. Where is it? There it is. Like slowly approach the king, and is just gonna sit down on the ground, cross-legged style, and then I guess motions the king to do the same.
The king regards you. Actually, I'm going to make a roll for the king to see what the response to this might be. Insight and command. And this is going to be a difficulty 2. And the king is going to use threat to roll 3 dice. And good thing, because that was difficulty 2, and that was 2 successes. Good thing for the king, rather. I'm playing multiple perspectives of different characters here.
Go ahead.
So let me just resolve this, and then you can take an action. So the king regards you and observes you sitting, and notices your comrades over behind the shuttle, and gestures for the rest of you to come sit with Rosie. But the king stays standing.
I think it's fine, guys. You can come sit. We should be okay as long as we just talk with him.
Okay. I want to. I guess I'm going to come out, but be sure. Quick question. I have 5 fingers on each hand, right?
I believe so.
Okay. So I'll have both my 5 hands up with all 5 fingers on each hand up.
Oh, okay.
And walking over here, I do want to try to observe this guy try to figure out if he's lucid, what kind of is going on mentally.
Okay. Any focuses or talents that apply to that?
Yes, actually. I believe I have neuropsychology as a focus, and cultural expert as a focus,
Okay.
and psychiatrist as a trait. So maybe any of those.
I'll say the cultural expert. You read up in advance of the mission on everything the Valderi have, or everything that's been captured and written about the Valderi from previous missions. And so you use that. And this is going to be a difficulty 2. Insight and medicine. So with that focus,
Focus applies, right?
yes, the focus applies. So with that focus, the critical success range will be 4.
Mm-hmm. I would like to spend 1 momentum for an extra dice.
Okay. And what did I say? Difficulty 2?
Yes, I
Okay.
believe so. 1.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. So you can bank the extra momentum and still have 1 success extra.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you ask. You had your initial question about assessing the king's mental state and psychology. I'll let you ask an additional question, which I have to answer correctly. So the initial assessment is that the king is, in fact, not senile, but just very spiritually attuned, and knows that this is a challenging and difficult time period for their people with all of the technology progress, and the king is worried about the spiritual progress.
Okay.
And then you can ask an additional question.
In relation to my observations or to the king?
It's something you could observe about the king.
Do they seem like they're expecting anyone or escaping? Like, do they seem like they believe they're here on their own and that no one is after them?
Yes, the Valderi king does believe that he's here of his own accord and felt spiritually drawn to this location. And if you recall the xenopsychologists report that they believe the king might be having prophetic visions about first contact, this gives you a sense for perhaps the king has, or perhaps the Valderi have a little bit of temporal kinesis, if that makes sense, in terms of like being able to predict the future. They're very, very intuitive, and this relates to their spirituality. But it also helps them with advancing technology very quickly.
Sorry, can you repeat that last bit?
It helps them with advancing their
Just-
technology and their spirituality. They're very intuitive.
Okay. And can I spend a momentum to ask another question?
Yes.
Okay. What does... what can I tell about the king's intentions here?
The king
King's
is
objectives,
approaching.
goal.
The king is approaching with curiosity. As I mentioned, they are feeling drawn to this location like a fate kind of thing. They don't have any violent intentions, but they are extremely curious about these sky children and the metal birds.
Rosie's going to speak up again.
Okay.
So what is your first question, Your Majesty?
Okay. And are you all sitting around?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosie is. At least.
Okay. Cool. The king says, Belosketh Valderin Thes Morian. And the initial translation comes up as call metal path this unknown. So the last unknown was a translation like gap.
Rosie's gonna try to fix that again if she can.
Okay, and I'm going to say difficulty 2 again with what did I say last time? Insight and science?
I think so.
Okay, difficulty 2, insight and science.
Can I use insufficient information can result in disaster as a focus? Or no, that's a different thing. My bad.
That's a value.
Yeah. Okay. Difficulty 2, you said?
Yes.
Can I assist?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think one of us cut out. Can I assist?
Yes, you can.
This is insight and science, correct?
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so that was 2 successes, and we'll see what you get. 0 success. Okay. So Rosie programs up the translation and tries to correct the unknown, cross-referencing databases of the Valderi and similar cultures. Kellis, you try to assist, but I think that your curiosity about the secrets of the king get the better of you, and you're not able to help with this particular task, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
So the task was successful, and the king says, this metal vessel calls to the path I must walk.
It is a path that you will walk when your people are ready to walk it.
And there is, let me see.
Did Kellis share any of their observations with anybody else?
Shoot, I don't think I have.
You can.
I would like to with Rosie. Can I... He's making his way towards the back of the shuttle, right?
Right now, he's just kind of standing among this group
Okay.
of people who are sitting around.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that Kellis observed. He's senile, but he's worried. He seems worried.
He seems like he's not senile, but religiously, spiritually attuned. So it's basically he's having a very spiritual, prophetic experience, that it's as if he was drawn here by that spiritual pull. He seems curious is the other thing about this. I would like to ask, is I'd like to ask, is the spiritual state of your people ready for this technological leap?
Very
Good
good.
question for us.
Very good. Let me see which response that will get. So you say that, and it translates, and okay, I got the response. Theron vas nala mor duranketh, and the initial translation is destiny, fear no more, heart, metal.
Destiny, fear no more, heart, metal.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like an odd translation to come out.
You can try to improve it.
I'm gonna try to improve it. Yeah, I'll just keep rolling until I until I can't.
Okay. Insight and science. This one is going to be a difficulty 2 again. And
I'd like to assist again.
and you can assist.
I'll add a momentum.
Okay.
For extra die.
Woo!
Nice.
I'm no
Okay.
use again.
Just put one back. No, actually, I do have a question to ask instead, maybe.
Okay.
No, let's put one back.
You can feel free to ask that question after I give you the translation. It was this one. The full translation is, I no longer fear the destiny within this metal heart. Do you?
Ooh. This king is quite the eloquent speaker.
I want to respond with, do your people? Because one of the things that we learned culturally about the Valderi was they've had a lot of technological advancement recently.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's right.
And I kind of want to leverage that knowledge of like, maybe they haven't had a lot of spiritual advancement recently.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, with that, famous GM words is, with that triggers something.
Oh God.
The king says, Morthani kes valdri kalos koshandar bulos mir thesen. The initial translation is, my people. I'm thinking of this on the spot, so give me one moment.
Take your time.
Yeah.
My people need spiritual guidance, and Path Star Calls experience.
Past Oracle experience. That last part sounds like another translation error. Is that something I can fix again?
It is.
Difficulty?
I'm going to say difficulty 3 on this one because it's a complex spiritual concept that the king is speaking of, and this has a difficult time with the translation. It doesn't really translate directly.
I would like to use my last determination because insufficient information can result in disaster.
All right. And so go ahead and use determination. This is going to be, we're going to keep on insight and science for the translations.
I'll spend a momentum for a third dice.
So 3 dice with determination. Are you using the determination to pre-roll a 2? Or sorry, a 1
Yeah.
for 2 successes?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what are the other applications again?
You can just re-roll any number of the dice from the dice pool afterwards. Or you can pick up a talent.
Now let's go with the auto one.
Okay.
Oh,
Unfortunately, it's not in the cards for you. You can try to assist, but I'm going to spend 1 threat to increase the difficulty of the assist.
Oh boy.
What did I say? It was 3. Now it's difficulty 4, so you need to get a crit on this.
Oh boy. Could I use command and the cultural expert focus or no?
If you're helping with the translation, then it has to be insight and science.
Okay. Not a lot of options other than try it.
Yep,
Give
you
it
can
your
try.
best bet. Oh,
Nope.
Unfortunately, the translation comes back again with Pathstar calls experience. And I'm going to say the king makes a gesture, like a feint towards the north. And then is going to attempt to run to the shuttle entrance.
Oh boy.
Do you?
She's gonna try,
What do you
she's
want to
gonna
do?
Try to tackle him. She's gonna try to tackle him
No.
straight up.
Try to tackle
him? He's an old guy.
You're gonna tackle the Sovereign ruler of an entire planet.
Better than that than stun him. I don't know.
All right. Normally, this would be a difficulty 3, but I'm going to spend all the rest of my threat to make this a difficulty 5, because I believe you can succeed at hard things.
Oh my god.
Can I assist?
You can describe how you want to assist.
I want to try to get in front so he doesn't get tackled onto the ground.
Okay, so you want to like shield the fall?
Yeah.
Okay. So on a difficulty 5 for the tackle, this is going to be daring and security for Rosie. And
All right.
An assist is going to be daring and medicine for Kellis, since you're trying to like prevent injuries. And we do have a redeem make chat do. Future Squidward says chat will slide underneath to break the fall. Okay, so chat. You can spend a momentum to get an extra assist.
We should do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think having chat in here too will help.
I'll also spend a momentum for Rosie.
For an extra die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can
So
I spend a momentum for an extra die as well, or no?
the assist cannot.
Okay.
But you could spend the last 2 momentum for a second extra dice.
For Rosie.
For Rosie.
Do we want to do it?
Unspent momentum just goes unused.
All right, another dice.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
All right, so that'll be 4. If I'm calculating correctly, that'll be 4 dice for Rosie, insight
Yep.
and daring and security, 4 dice, and 1 dice each from Kellis and Chattington.
For daring and medicine, correct?
Daring and medicine, yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Wow.
3 successes out of the necessary 5. So each of you need to get a success. So that's a success
Nice.
for... That brings us up to 4. So it's all up to chat. You're playing a critical role, chat. Daring and security. Rolling...
Oh, I thought it was medicine.
Daring and medicine. Rolling 1... It's a 0 successes.
Oh.
So here's what happens on this difficult roll. And this brings us to 0 momentum and 0 threat. The Valdarian king runs for the shuttle entrance. And Rosie attempts to tackle, does make contact with the king, but Kellis, you kind of dive, like you and Chattington kind of dive behind to try to like surround the king and prevent a full-on like lava burn or something. And meanwhile, the king is still nearly nude, so this is just hilarious. But the king, let's see. The king is going to evade your grapple attempt. And since Kellis and Chattington were attempting to prevent injury in the case of the successful tackle, the king is able to board the shuttle.
Oh boy.
And
Rosie's
Rosie's
going to hit the comm badge, calling out to the away team, while also enter the shuttle. Oh, away team, he got on board.
Security team on board the shuttle? How could you let this happen?
We literally tried not to. We did everything we could to prevent that. He pushed past us. We tried to tackle him. It did not work.
You tried to tackle the king?
What is it supposed to do? I'm panicking.
We're 15 minutes out. Just keep things under control, please.
We're trying.
Away team out. All right.
We're just gonna try to barter the king. Okay, Your Majesty, you need to not be in here.
And the king has something else to say. Morthanikas Valderi Kalos Duran. And the translation for that, I'll just give you because I feel bad for you. I'll just give you the proper translation. The metal bird must fly to complete the calling.
if the calling is embracing the destiny of your people, the time is not now. Your people are not ready for this. They are not. Their spirits are not where they need to be.
And the king is going to... let me check the right box. The king is going to do a difficulty 2 task, and I'll tell you what happens after the task roll.
Oh god.
The king is completely ignoring you at this stage and goes up to the pilot seat and just starts hitting buttons.
Does the shuttle look like it's turning on or activating?
We have another redeem. Chat says, stun the king.
Absolutely not. We can't stun the king.
Well, Chaddington Chatsworth pulls out a phaser in a last-ditch effort to prevent the king from absconding with the shuttle.
Can Rosie attempt to interfere?
You can, so this is going to be a... what's it called? A opposed check. So what's going to happen is Chaddington is going to do the control and security check in order to attempt to phaser the king, and you can do a let's see, a daring and security check based upon the difficulty that chat says, because it's an opposed roll. Sound good?
Okay.
Oh god.
Chat has been practicing on rocks. The king is a stationary target sitting in the seat.
Oh,
And
God.
so gets 2 successes. You need to crit. Or, let's see. If you get... I'll tell you what happens if each thing each roll. If you get 1 or 0 successes, then you get stunned instead of the king.
Okay.
If you get 2 successes, you're able to make the you could grapple or something to interfere. If you get 3 successes, then you prevent the shot.
All right. Let's roll.
0 successes.
Christ!
You jump in front of the phaser path to protect the king, and good thing you do, because the king does indeed have a heart condition. And Rosie now has a state of stunned and requires medical assistance in order to get back into the, let's see, status effect, unconscious.
Oh god.
So, Callus, what would you like to do? Would you like to help Rosie, or would you like to address the king, or do something else? Meanwhile, the shuttle systems are powering up, so move quickly.
Yep. I want to. How long would it take to bring Rosie back up?
Well, you have basically 1 action you can do before the shuttle's powered up.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose to revive Rosie.
Revive Rosie.
Like, Rosie is not dying or anything like that. This was just a stun. But Rosie
Any
basically
ideas
doesn't
or
have any more
not?
actions. Sorry?
Can I out of character? Can I suggest any ideas or can I not?
Sure.
There's the good old trope of shooting the door controls or shooting controls tends to how you turn things off or on, depending on whatever you want.
That sounds like a very bad idea.
You just shoot the shuttle controls instead.
If you damage the shuttle, I'll just tell you for free. If you damage the shuttle, then the you're not going to be stuck. Like, you still have to deal with the king. You're not going to be stuck on the planet or anything because the ship will just send another shuttle. But
Yeah.
it will be an
There
even
will be
worse.
a shuttle stuck here.
There will be a shuttle stuck here until they repair it, and risks more cultural interference.
Yeah.
Only their prime directive risk now or prime directive risk later, I guess.
You can prevent one, but not both.
Oh, geez. I'm gonna try to revive Rosie, and also tell chat, please don't stun the king.
Okay. So for reviving Rosie, this is going to be a daring and medicine check, difficulty 2.
Okay. No. So close.
So close, so close. So you pull out a hypo spray, but aren't familiar enough with the correct dosage to give enough to, like, adrenaline injection to revive. So Rosie is still stunned. Meanwhile, this whole group is inside the shuttle that is now powered up, and it lifts off.
Oh god.
And Chris and Chattington both pull out their phasers, not knowing what else to do, and want to, like, they open comms with Kellis, and they're like, we could shoot down the shuttle.
Try.
Okay. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be Chris's turn and then Chattington's turn, and they're both gonna get an attempt. Or actually, we'll make it a help action, because it's basically the same thing. Unfortunately, this is going to be a difficulty 3 because it's an erratically moving target, kind of like level 3. And if we recall, Chris did not do well on level 3 and had to buy the ice cream.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Chris still has determination and has a value of space really wants us dead. Which I'm going to say, between that and the mission directives, a value applies. So Chris is going to spend their last determination. And this is going to be a control and security check, difficulty 3. That determination is going to pre-roll a 1. So we'll see what happens.
Oh my god.
Just barely.
Oh.
Just barely. 3 successes. So here's what happens. The shuttle is flying erratically with the different passengers, with the king in charge of the who doesn't know how to fly a shuttle is just hitting buttons.
Right.
Oh, I did say this was going to be assisted, so let's see what the assist is. Control and security with one success. Okay. So with 4 successes, I'm going to say that Chatsworth. Let's see, which of them have better engineering? I'm curious. Engineering 1. Chris, engineering is 2. Okay. Chatsworth just yells, "Shoot the shuttle!" And Chris takes careful aim. Flashbacks of the holodeck simulation, almost like PTSD with all the targets moving around in the vision, and sees an opening and fires phasers at an external sensor array at the rear of the shuttle, hits it, and when the external sensors are damaged, the shuttle goes into a safety mode and auto lands.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chris.
Okay.
I feel the shuttle descending.
Yes, so the shuttle descends and lands, and I'm going to say at this point in the lava field, we see the rest of the away team entering, and they see the last bit of this debacle. See the phaser hit and the shuttle landing, and they're like, "What is going on here?" So they enter the shuttle, and they go to the shuttle. The king is thoroughly impressed and satisfied with having flight of a metal skybird, and voluntarily disembarks from the shuttle. As the king passes by Rosie, the king will reach down and touch the forehead of Rosie with the palm of his hand. Kellis, do you want to allow this or no?
I'll allow it.
Okay. So the king touches the palm of the hand to Rosie, and the palm, like this bluish light emanates from the palm, and Rosie is awoken. And then passes by and greets the rest of the away team in Valderi, and then sits down in kind of a crisscross, cross-leg style like everyone was before. Now that he has communed with the sky, is willing to be, or wants to be spiritual in this moment. What would you like to do?
Rosie's just staying put, laying on the floor. She's not having a good day.
Chris and Chat will come closer, and that'll be their action. What does Kellis want to do?
I think Kellis has a good understanding of what happened,
Hmm.
even if they didn't have good control over what happened.
Okay.
So, Callus, I think Callus is going to say to the away team, if we can get the shuttle up and running and gone before anyone comes looking for him, it will be his spiritual experience. I don't know if there's much more we can do to repair this, since his heart won't take rewiring any memory synapse whatevers.
Memory engrams, yeah.
Memory engrams, yeah.
Yeah, let's not memory wipe. Let's not flashy thing the king of the society.
Yeah.
Okay, Lieutenant 01 and 10 look at each other with a very puzzled look on their face and talk to each other in their binary language again. And they say, it's his word against everyone else's. I agree with you. We should just get out of here. And then Ensign Benet will go ahead and do a quick medical scan of the king. And I'm not going to roll for this. Benet has been trained on this type of thing and has been studying the Valderi for weeks. So, does a quick medical scan, finds nothing wrong, which is good. And, you know, if the king was stunned, that would be a different situation.
Yeah, yeah.
We've been a lot more trouble.
And then enters the shuttle, and everyone else will also enter the shuttle. Oops.
Chat, I'm not inviting you to ice cream. You're not very nice.
So the lieutenants take the pilot seat. I'm going to set up the next scene just for an epilogue.
Mhm.
Oh, whoops. I need to do this. Okay. And activate. Okay.
When should I add the replacement value for Rosie, by the way?
I'm sorry?
When do I add the replacement value for Rosie?
We'll do that in the post-stream follow-up.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're all aboard the shuttle. You close the door. The Valderi King is outside, just communing with nature. It turns out that, like Ensign Benet explains, it turns out that culturally the lava fields and craters have a spiritual meaning, and the king was the king just went on a walkabout because he was seeking spiritual guidance and apparently found it. The shuttle,
Not really.
the shuttle lifts off successfully. In manual mode, the external sensor array, because the thing was successful, was a relatively minor part, and manual mode, which the binars are perfectly capable of doing, is working fine. So the shuttle is on its way back to the, what did I say, the USS Potemkin.
Mhm.
And so you can debrief and roleplay anything else you want here. Chat.
Rosie's just kind of looking grumbly and pissed off as shit.
Is Rosie pissed off because she got stunned, or because of another reason?
Because she got stunned and because chat decided to try to stun the king, which they have orders not to do.
Cool.
I do want to,
Mhm.
if there is time, privately talk with Rosie about it.
Okay. Yeah, so Ensign Benet is going to chat with Chatsworth and get a debrief, and then you two can chat privately up here.
Mm-hmm. All in all, that wasn't the worst.
Callus, I'm gonna be real with you here. That was total shit. That, I don't know if what I did was the right thing, like, approaching the king and talking to him, but, like, at the same time, what else was I supposed to do? Like, we were all just standing at the door of the shuttle. He would have seen us anyway, you know? At least we got some, like, information on the translator, but still, what if I really messed up here?
We would have really messed up if the king died. The king didn't die. So that's good.
Yeah, but only because, like, threw my body in front of the phaser, which sucks. Oh, being stunned hurts a lot, Cal. This is painful.
I'd say that wouldn't go unremarked or unnoticed either.
I guess, but like
Putting your body on the line for the Prime Directive?
That's true. That's true.
you
That sounds like the
you
seed of
make
a new
point.
value.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't have any good options. That's true. But we took the options we had.
Do you think we made the right choices? That we chose the right options?
I think we played the hand we were dealt. And we played it well enough.
Chaos, I don't play poker. I don't know what that means.
I don't play poker either. That's a human game.
We have a redeem from Future Squidward. Thank you for that. And okay. So here's what happens. You two are talking. Did you want to say anything else before the interaction with chat?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So Ensign Benet finishes the debrief from Chaddington, and Chaddington comes over to Rosie and Kellis with a somber look and says, and I'm quoting here from chat, "I'm sorry my lapse in judgment caused you pain and put us at risk. I hope sharing in your pain may make up for it." And then chat will stun himself in solidarity.
What? Why? Why on earth are you doing this?
Chat is unconscious at this point, right?
Yes, chat
Rose is
just
not
like
there. She is just why?
I'm gonna make sure that chat is in a body position where they won't get any weird, like, aches or pains after waking up and being in that position for several hours.
This doesn't make me feel any better. All this just does is just cause more, like, overall pain than relieve suffering. Why? What? Ah! Rose is gonna, like, confiscate chat's phaser and, like, hand it off to Ensign Bidet and just go, I don't think you should take this, please.
Ensign Benet says, this cadet class is one of the most weirdest ones I've ever encountered. And takes
Sorry.
the phaser, and then Ensign Benet says, well, Rosie or Kellis, would you like to revive Chatsworth, or shall we wait for the wait to get back to the ship? And
I'm excited to wait, but like,
I
it's up
mean-
to you, Callis.
They were pretty bored in the crater. They're not bored now.
That's yeah, you raise a good point.
And
you
it's
know?
a
You
while
be
to get
bored
to
when
the
you're
ship.
unconscious. So like, let's just wait to the ship. I'm sure we'll be fine.
okay, so Ensign Benet says, yeah, you're right. Even though it's more paperwork, we have to use the ship's medical staff to fix. So he moves Chatsworth off to the couch, and then comes over to Rosie and Kellis and asks to debrief with you two.
All right.
Callis, do we go first or should I go first?
Whichever you'd prefer.
How about I'll start, and whenever we get to a part that you're part of, we can just have you fill it in.
Sure.
So for the first several hours, Kellis was on patrol with Chat, and I was by the shuttle with Jock. Just kind of trying to find ways to kill time. Then we got your notice about the king missing, and then there was a humanoid within 1 kilometer of the vessel. Kellis was very clever and scouted that out before being spotted. We found a tarp to put over the shuttlecraft. Only cover the front side of it, really. Chat built a drone that would loop a pentonic scale
Mm-hmm.
On the loop as a possible distraction, but we decided against using that.
Ensign Benet jumps in and says, a good thing too, because that would have been even more paperwork.
Yeah, I didn't want that to happen or be a problem. So after that, then when the king went into the crater and saw the shuttle, we were all hiding behind the shuttle for the most part. When it got close, I decided that it would just be best, off your orders, to keep him from going inside the ship, to engage him in conversation, to try and get him to like sit and not touch things.
Stall
And
him, basically.
and that worked for a little bit, and we got some translations added to the pads. But unfortunately, after a while, he seemed determined to enter the ship.
It seemed
Uh,
he seemed pretty adamant that it was destiny and fate, spiritual destiny and fate, to
mhm.
embark on the metal path now.
Okay.
I tried telling him that it wasn't time yet, but when he tried to go aboard the shuttle, I tried to tackle him. Callis and Chat tried to brace the fall, didn't work. He got on board, and then Chat decided to phaser the king, and I tried to stop that and got stunned instead. And I don't really know what happened after that.
Yeah, so I was trying to revive Rosie in order to have more people aboard the shuttle to help. It was a little difficult with the shuttle moving erratically. The king was messing with the controls, and the shuttle had taken off. In response, Chris and Chat both worked together to attempt to make the shuttle have a forced landing, which Chris, I believe, did admirably.
Oh, where is Chris?
And
Chris is
you
supposed to
know
be
the
here.
rest.
There's Chris. um,
Chris is kind of a goat here.
yeah. Big redemption arc for Chris with the phaser.
Yes.
As they knew, as I said, they needed the practice, and now they're a crack shot.
Yeah, exactly. So Ensign Benet kind of takes some notes on his pad and is generally like recording everything for the logs later, because they're going to have a big debriefing back on the ship, and says, well, you were in a pretty difficult situation, and I'm sorry that we put you into that. But I think that given everything, you did the best you could. I'm sorry you got stunned, and sorry Chatsworth decided to stun himself.
It was a
But
show of sympathy.
it's
We
a
would
show
be
of
remiss
Andorian
not to
honor.
accept it.
Yes, the Andorian honor demanded it. And they also say that it's good thinking with the translations. I'm looking at the log of the translations from your pad. Both of you performed admirably, and the translation matrix surprisingly shows 86% complete, which is a huge jump from the 60% we started with. So between the spiritual discussions that you had and the data that we collected on our mission, we're able to get the translation matrix up enough. And
That's amazing.
They also comment that the delay tactics that you used were critical in getting the king to not board the shuttle too early, in so that the rest of the away team could make it back and handle the situation. But it looks like you all will have a great time back at Starfleet Academy in your second year. You'll have lots of stories from your summer mission to tell.
Oh, I'm going to have a story to tell, that's for sure. It's not going to be a very pleasant one. Well, maybe. It's not going to have a very pleasant remark of chat, that's for sure. But
The worst experiences make the best stories, don't you know?
it's gonna be, it's gonna be funny down the line, isn't it? We're gonna all hang out and catch up around that ice cream that we finally figure out, and we'll laugh about how I got shot in the chest by chat. It'll be a good time, and we'll all laugh. And camaraderie. Rose is gonna hold up her hand for a high five again towards Kellis.
Kellis will high five Rosie.
Camaraderie.
All right. And then y'all get back to the Potemkin that is still hiding behind the moon, and the lieutenant commander that briefed everyone on the mission at the beginning demands everyone back in the conference room for a debrief. Chaddington is taken to sick bay and is treated, and then joins the group. And Lieutenant Commander Sarah says, hey, I know that this was not what you expected. This was supposed to be a routine security detail. But as you can see, in Starfleet and in space, nothing is ever routine. Fortunately, we've heard back from some of the listening sensors that we've planted in the palace that the king did make it back and told his closest confidants to move forward with the warp mission because he had a prophetic experience that it would work out just fine. Anything you want to say before we end?
No. Other than Rosie turns to Kellis and says, after this, figure out that ice cream recipe with me?
Yes.
Absolute
Let's test drive it.
Yes.
It's ice cream time. and Jacques says, I'm buying again.
No, not this time. We're making it. Remember? You're gonna be our taste tester, though.
Oh, okay. And with that, we will call that mission 2. Yay!
Yay!
And thank you in chat for everyone who is viewing. We have had a great time, and Chattington Chatsworth played a critical role in this mission, which is excellent. Special shout out to Future Squidward. Thank you for your redeems. And let's see. We are going to go back here, and I'm going to play some music as I find someone to raid. So stick with me, and we will use this raid message. So go ahead and copy and paste that. I'm going to look for someone else doing either Star Trek or let's see. Oh, I guess it would help if I turned on the music sound. There we go. All right, we got our ending sound. All right, give me just a second to find. Okay. And then we want All right, we're going to make a new friend here. We're going to raid Trekkie Becky, who is currently building a Lego DS9 model. Now, Trekkie Becky is streaming in German, so I'm not sure whether we'll understand each other, but I'm sure that they will appreciate the raid, and this is a pretty cool model, from what I can see. So go ahead and copy that raid message, and we will see you over at Trekkie Becky. Paste the raid message. Thank you all. We will be back next week with another mission. 11:30 a.m. Pacific Time, Saturdays.